Hi, my name is George Mercicano, and this is my wife Maria. We're both Red Cross volunteers, and we are volunteers with the Nashville chapter. I was born in Germany in 1948. I was born in one of the holding camps in Germany. It was better known, they called it a DP camp. My mother and my dad were in one of the camps in Germany. Um, After I was born, we were put on a ship because at that time Germany was dispersing all the people that they had in the different camps. My mother and our family ended up in South America in Caracas. Um, my mother, once we were in South America, she didn't know whether her mother was alive. So she asked the Red Cross to see if they could locate her mother in where she was, and they found out that her mother was alive and she was in Ohio. I met Maria in South America in Caracas. They used to live down the road from us. Her brother and I were the best of friends, um, but we didn't have a connection till we came to the United States. We were living in Ohio since my grandmother was in Ohio. Maria lived in New Jersey, and all the people in South America that were displaced from the Russia or the Ukraine and that ended up somehow in Germany or where other countries that they were taken to.
My family was also displaced from World War II. My mother was actually living in one of the villages in Ukraine, and when the Nazis came through, they grabbed all the young people. She and her cousin were the only two young people in the village, so they were taken into Austria, into one of those forced labor camps. When the war was over, she was also in one of those displaced, DP camps, and they ended up dispersing people throughout the world. Her cousin ended up in Australia. My mother ended up in Caracas, Venezuela, where I was born. Um, Before 1960, sometime my mother had found her family through the Red Cross, getting the address, and then was able to make contact with them. In 1960, friends that were neighbors in Caracas sent us papers to come to the United States, and that's how we ended up in living in New Jersey. George and I, we have done mission work in Ukraine, and we did go there and visited with my cousin and with my uncle and my aunt, and were able to actually visit the village where my mother was born. She actually recognized the house through video of where she was actually born. That home is still there.
They didn't like to bring up the past because I'm sure it was very hurtful to some of the things that they have gone. Um, I guess we have been a displaced people. We didn't have a country that wanted us, so we were constantly being displaced. When we came to the United States, at least we felt like we had a home, and that is one of the reasons that after we retired, we started volunteering at the Red Cross, and um, when we found out there was RFL, to helping people reconnect with people that left their former country that they were born, and that kind of clicked because it kind of brought back the fact that we went through that and we're able to help have other families connect, and it's kind of a rewarding thing for me and Maria,
Mm-hmm.
because we lived through that, and now that we are able to give, now we want to be able to give so we can help the Red Cross connect other families that were displaced and bring them together.